Hi, hi, how you been? Um, how genuinely have you been? Life is very dark, man. Life is very dark, and you being who you are and the person I know, like you bring light into life. So I'm asking genuinely, how have you been? How has the darkness been for you? Has it been too much? Has it been nothing? Has it been a learning curve? We haven't spoken in a long time, and that is partly my fault. I'm sorry. Actually, let me rephrase that. We haven't been speaking for a long time. Thank you for thank you for being patient with me, you know, for being patient for me, I guess also. I've been away doing what I needed to do, making choices that I needed to make. Um I hope you've been good too, man. And I'm sorry no, but also before anything goes anywhere, before I left, right, I hit you up. Kuru, kuru. You didn't pick up. I did that for like 2 weeks. Nothing. Like I'm on like edit. Then I went away, and that's why we haven't been speaking. You know, and I know you like there were times and days you wish I was there and I wasn't. I wasn't anywhere I shouldn't have been. I was with myself. I made some choices in life that really gave me like the best and the worst consequences. And when I was away, I was dealing with those consequences. I was dealing with the good consequences. I was dealing with the bad, and learning how to be myself in the midst of those choices. Sometimes you do a good thing, and then it ends up being a bad thing. And then sometimes you do a bad thing, then it ends up being a good thing. It's very, cut the long story short, it's complicated. And the reason why I was away for so long was me just trying to figure out what that shit mean, man. I've lost so many things in my life. I've lost myself, I've lost friends, I've lost money, I've lost fucking baby tooth, I've lost perspectives, I've lost ideas, I've lost a lot of things. And I've gained a lot in return. And it's not all that gloom and doom. It's not all that doom and gloom. And things need things need space. So when I was losing and gaining, I was adding up the spaces, you know, because if I hadn't added up the spaces, I was gonna fill the spaces up with things that we shouldn't. I was gonna fill up the spaces with things that I shouldn't be filling up the space with. Intelligence is too much here. Yeah, I know. Respect me. That's why I was away for so long. I was filling up the spaces that needs to be filled. I was making choices that needed to be made. Somehow hard choices, some were good, some were easiest pie choices. And knowing that these choices are forever, right? If you call me, yo, my dude was good. I'm like, yo, I'm definitely good. Then I cool sharp. And then like those 3-4 seconds are forever. Should anything happen and you gotta look back at that moment, be like, yo, this is really the moment that did that, you know? And having to reconcile with the bad choices I made. I was in a dark place. Not to say, not like to give it an not to be irresponsible. I'm just being honest. I'm like, one thing I realized about myself is that I'm like, I'm like, uh, I'm like, I'm like Jackie Amiti. You get me? And whatever that comes mojekinyamiti is what will come out mojekinyamiti. If love comes in the jar, love will come out of the jar. If pain comes in the jar, pain will come out of the jar. And I've learned to embrace that, because for a long time I had a difficult time making supposedly bad choices. Things like, I don't know, standing up for myself was a difficult thing to do. Letting somebody know, actually, no, this is wrong, was very hard to do. Not accepting things that doesn't involve me. Thing with me is like, I like to be important, man. I like to be the anchor. I like to be the director. And some people want different things for themselves, and out of those things I have no place in. That's the one thing I had to reconcile, that like, yo man, accept that you're not always going to be important, and if you are important, then you should also embrace it. Your good will never be good enough to erase your bad, and your bad will never be bad enough to erase your good. But they can outweigh each other though. They can definitely outweigh each other. And when I was away, I was learning these things as I go. There was no manual to life, there was no manual to pain, there's no manual to trauma. You just get it how you get it. You just, hey man, take it on the chin, take it on the chin and dip. I'm better now. I'm definitely better. I hope to continue to be better, because, hey man, I struggle a lot. I struggle with a lot of things. I struggle with being a human being in J. Just being a person. It's very difficult for me. I wish if it was up to me, I'm gonna pay you. I just, you don't see me, you don't hold me, you don't touch me, I don't touch you. I touch you, but like not in a human being way. I just affect you and then I go. I wish I could be yellow, but nah, I'm not yellow, so I have to be. I have to be this human being thing. But I'm becoming better at dealing with. I'm becoming better at dealing with myself, dealing with life. I'm very kind person, and those things only matter when kindness wasn't exhibited in a situation, right? You only care about the money. You only care about money when you don't have when you don't have it anymore. You only care that you lost whatever you lost when you didn't have it. It's like the saying, Hore, you don't know what you have until it's gone, and you don't know how much kindness you need until you don't have it anymore. And that's one of the things I had to realize, like, oh man, I have to be kind. I have to accept kindness also, and which is one of the things that I really struggled with. I really struggled with being loved. I really struggled with being appreciated. I don't know where this shit comes from, because I guess I'm just used to being with myself. Like I said, I'm very reserved. I'm very like fucking cool, man. Yeah, I'm just being with myself. I've never needed like extra things to kind of fulfill myself, or whatever the case might be. The only thing I've ever had is myself, and the only thing I've ever needed, I thought, was only myself. But hey man, I need somebody. I need like somebody to call. I need somebody to call me. I need to fucking, I don't know. Fuck. I need a lot of things.